Welcome to Tea Talks with Tawan. How are you on this beautiful Monday? I don't know about you all, but time is flying. I cannot believe that we are getting ready to go into Thanksgiving. I don't know about you all, but I'm just like, where is the time going? It is waiting for no one. I want to welcome you to Tea Talks with Tawan, here where we believe everybody needs a little TLC. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that transformational lifestyle content that helps you with becoming your best self and creating your best life. We tune in every Monday to bring you some personal development that can help you professionally and personally with your goal and your journey of being your best self. And I hope you joined us last week. If you did not, we had a good conversation. We talked about gratitude and we talked about how gratitude plays an important part in your success. So if you didn't catch it, I want you to catch it. If this is your first time here with Tea Talks with Tawan, we have some rules, and it's really not some rules, but it's some things I want you to do. So if this is your first time, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to go ahead and grab you a pen and some paper. Get your nice little drink, whatever you drink. And, we do tea here at Tea Talks because we be spilling the tea. But get you something, sit back, get comfortable because I am going to be spilling some tea. I'm always dropping nuggets that you can take and you can walk away with. Whenever you come to Tea Talks, we're going to give you something that you can walk away and you can start implementing today. It might be something that's a reminder that you used to do, never knew you could do, or need to just get back to it. So today, I want to still stay on the subject of gratitude. As I said, we're in that season when people are practicing, um, people are practicing gratitude and thank you. I'm sorry, I just had me a troll on here and had to get the troll off. But we're in that season where most of the world is focusing on Thanksgiving, being thankful, gratitude. This is the season where we see a lot of emphasis placed around this topic. I always share with my clients, my friends, my family that we should be forever grateful. We don't wait till we get into the season of November, but we should be talking about and we should be exercising gratitude on a daily basis because gratitude is a skill. If you watch last week, I talked about gratitude is a skill, and it's a skill that we need to demonstrate in our lives every day, not just when something happens and we're thankful for that, but it is a skill that we should be showing every day. Just like you show up confident in your life, you should be showing that you are grateful and thankful and that you have gratitude. So again, if this is your first time here, make sure you got your pen and your paper so you can take some notes. I don't know if you're joining me from Facebook or YouTube, but you know what? Make sure you get that notification, get that little bell to ring. So when we come on, you'll know we're here so we can impart into you some nuggets that will help you on your journey of becoming your best self and creating your best life. So today we're going to talk about the power of gratitude, powerful ways that we can show gratitude because as I said, gratitude is a skill. It's a skill set. It's not something that you're born with. It is a skill set. We have to teach ourselves how to be grateful, because gratitude is not about when you're getting something and things are always going your way. Gratitude is also about when things are not going your way, how you can find the ability to find something to be thankful for, even when the situation is not as positive as you would want it to be. And so this week, again, we're going to focus on powerful ways that you can show gratitude because when you have a skill set, you should be able to demonstrate that skill set. So, how do you demonstrate gratitude? Now, if you know me personally, most people know that one of my gifts, because we all are born with gifts and talents, and one of my gifts is the gift of giving. So I show gratitude all the time. So I want to talk about a couple of ways that I think is unique and a couple of ways that I think that you could show gratitude. And one of the ways that I think that we all can demonstrate gratitude is through random acts of kindness. It is nothing like showing random acts of kindness. I don't know if you've ever seen this on a commercial or if you've ever experienced this, but I know one time I went to the Starbucks, and when I got to the line to pay, the person said, "Oh, it's already been paid for you. It was paid forward." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "Oh, well, let me pay for the person behind me." Now, in my head, I probably was thinking, "No, let that bill be $500." But we was at Starbucks. How much could it cost? But I was like, "Let me pay it forward," because I am grateful and thankful that someone thought enough to pay for the person behind them, and I was the recipient of that, and it made me feel good. I'm telling you, just that random act of kindness that was given towards me made me feel good, and it made me feel appreciative to the things that I have in my life and the things that's going on. And even if it wasn't a whole lot going on that was in the way I wanted to go, it still made me feel good. So I wanted to reciprocate, and I wanted somebody else to feel the same feeling that I got, or hope that I could at least put a smile on the face on for the people who are behind me. So random acts of kindness. I'm not saying that you have to go out and that you have to, buy the person in line some coffee or anything like that. But there are so many different ways that you can show gratitude, and different ways that you can show random acts of kindness. I'm going to tell you, and I'm just going to use me as an example. I know that one time I was in the Target, I believe, and I was paying for a prescription, and a young lady was there, and she was trying to decide whether she buy a prescription for her child or do she buy um, food. And I'm grateful that I could afford my prescription and I did not have to make that choice. But she seemed like she was a single mom. As a matter of fact, she was, because after we had a conversation, I was raised by a single mom. So I know what that struggle could be like. I know what my mother had to do. So I I felt good that I was able to do that random act of kindness. I paid for the prescription. So there are different ways that you can do that, that you can buy your coworker lunch. It doesn't have to be to a stranger. You can do random acts of kindness to someone who is close to you, someone who has done something for you, and you just want to show them that you appreciate them for being in your life. Um, and it's not for any particular reason, only because you just want to say thank you, and because you understand the power of gratitude, and because you have a grateful heart, and Thanksgiving resides in you, and you want to demonstrate that. Go ahead, do a random act of kindness. So today I'm going to challenge you, because we are in the week of Thanksgiving. I'm going to challenge everybody who is listening. Do one random act of kindness. Black Friday is coming up. People are going to be out shopping. They definitely going to be in the Starbucks trying to get their coffee. They're going to be in the McDonald's line. They're going to be everywhere. Maybe pay for somebody's meal. Maybe buy them a coffee. Maybe just buy a gift card and then just randomly give it to somebody. Whatever way your heart leads you, because your heart needs to lead this. Don't do it because I'm just saying do it. You have to be led and feel that way and want to be open and to share and to give to someone. So think about how in this week of Thanksgiving, matter of fact, when you're in this challenge, if you're going to be with friends and family this week or this weekend coming, think about some random acts of kindness you can just do with your family, things they're not going to be expecting. You know, Somebody might be driving up from wherever, give them a gas card so they can have some gas when they go home. Again, when you give, it boosts, um, it increases the serotonins in your brain. It makes you feel good. It gives you that good feeling. So, and when somebody receives something they don't wasn't expecting, it shows that there's still goodness in this world. People are thankful, and it makes them feel good. So, think about during this holiday, how can you demonstrate random acts of kindness, not just to strangers, but also to the people that you love and who are close to you. And you want them to know that you love them and they appreciate you. you appreciate them. If you got a friend that's going through something, send them a card, send them dinner, however you can be a helping hand. So I'm not going to stay there. Another way, but I do want to say this too. Now, one of the things that my daughter does, and she does it on Thanksgiving, but she's changing it this year. She said because everybody does it around Thanksgiving. She feeds the homeless. She cooks all this amazing food. She cooks like she's cooking for her family, and she goes down in DC. She takes it to the park, and she feeds over 75 people. She had people giving donations. I know my mom gets involved. She always had me cook something, of course. We give hand warmers, we give gloves, we give different things. And she gives back because she says that she comes from a family who believes in giving. So that's just her way of giving back. Because she says she's thankful, and she's thankful that she doesn't have to live that way. And she want to make sure that they can have a better, so they can have Thanksgiving as well, because they deserve to have a decent Thanksgiving no matter what their circumstances is. And that's just her random act of kindness. And she has been doing this now for probably about at least 6 years. I know. So just think about what you can do. Volunteering, literally volunteering for a soup kitchen or play at a church, anywhere where they're going to be feeding the homeless, feeding families that's in need, putting baskets together, things like that. Volunteering is a way to show gratitude, is a way to say thank you, it's a way to give back and to say that you appreciate the people who are helping people in need and people who need. So volunteering and doing a random act of kindness in that way is also a way that you can demonstrate um, gratitude. But another way, let's talk about another way that you can do it. And this is something that I absolutely love. Write a gratitude letter or note. People, we have texts now, we have emails, and people don't necessarily write hand notes anymore. But I'm here to tell you, if somebody writes me a hand note, it just tickles my fancy. It makes me feel good. And I'll never forget, we went to Mexico. We went to Mexico about maybe 7 years ago. It was a bunch of girls. It was a girlfriend's empowerment trip. Probably about 25 to 30 women. No, probably more than that. About 50 women came together just to hear these different speakers, to have a nice time. And the trip didn't go as we expected, but all of us women came together. We made sure that everybody had a good time. And I was sitting next to this young lady named Tiffany, I'll never forget. And we call her the happy chick. And she was trying to just think about her business and where she was trying to go. So as a coach, I always go into coaching mode. And I was like, well, you could do this with this. She was thinking about a t-shirt line. She was thinking about writing a book. So I was giving her some different things to think about as she was looking to how she was going to move forward in entrepreneurship and what she was going to launch first. Well, one day I went to the mailbox this nice, and I should just take it off. I'm going to go get it, y'all. So we went to Puerto Rico. And when I tell you, I came home, and she did this while she was there. This is what's so funny. She did this while I was there. And she sent me this nice postcard. And as you can see, it's some notes on there. And I'm not going to put everything on there. But it said, "Hey, Lady Tuan, thank you for for making me walk in my own shoes. I really appreciate you so much. You are the truth. I am honored to know you, and you absolutely rock." Oh my God. Can I tell you, this touched my heart when she sent it. And this was back, and let's see, I can't even see the posting, 2013. And I'm still saving it because it meant so much to me. It's something about a handwritten note. And I am good with writing notes to people, sending them cards, just saying I was thinking about you, because The one thing that I realized about when you do a handwritten note, when you send a card and do these different things, it takes time. It requires you to be intentional about what you're doing. And when you talk about gratitude, I said it's a skill. And you have to learn how to master the skill because, again, gratitude plays a big part in your success, your happiness, your joy, and your peace. So it does something with your energy. So you have to master the skill. And a part of mastering the skill is to be intentional and understanding what needs to be done. So I'm always intentional about when I write my notes. I take my time. I go look for the special card. I go look for the special thank you card. I know what I want to write down in the note. I want it to be very personable. Not I just got a card and it says something and I sign my name. I make sure that it has something in it that reflects something about me and the person. And then I also make sure I put a hand note on the other side where it's space for them to know I'm just sending you this. It's a random act of kindness. I was thinking about you and I want you to know how much I appreciate you and I'm thinking of you. And I send them that note and it goes a long way. And I have a board over here. I wish I could switch my computer over so you can see it, but I have a board over here and I have about 3 other notes that I have received from individual clients and friends that I have put on my board because it just meant so much to me that they took their time to sit, to think about what they wanted to say, to mail it, to go to the mailbox, post office, wherever they did, and to mail it. So they took time, they was intentional, and they wanted it to have an impact. And I always call them and say thank you. I call and say thank you. Not I send the text. I call and say thank you because I want them to know that I appreciate it and how it made me feel because I know they want to know that it was well received as well. So when we come back, I'm going to talk about one of the things that I think is very powerful when it comes to demonstrating gratitude. So we're going to take a quick little um, break with our sponsor, Tea Lovers Cafe. I am thankful for Tea Lovers Cafe for being one of our sponsors. If you have not tried any of their tea, I'm telling you, it is the best tea I've ever tasted. And not because they're my sponsor and everybody always know why Tea Lovers Cafe is so connected to you. You know, it's TLC, right? It's giving you some TLC. But we're going to go to our commercial and then we'll be right back to talk about powerful ways to show gratitude. Thank you, Tea Lovers Cafe. We appreciate you for being one of our sponsors. As we move into the next year, we're going to be getting more sponsors to help us with Tea Talks with Tawan. So you stay tuned. We're going to be partnering with some other good companies who are going to be bringing you products and services that will also help you along your way on your journey to becoming your best self and creating your best life. Now, this is the one I love the most. I do love writing a note. I do like random acts of kindness. All those things make me giddy, but this one really resonates with me, and this is one of the top 3 ways that I demonstrate gratitude on a daily basis. And it is say the words. Let me say this, say the words, thank you. I appreciate you. I am grateful for. Words have power. We know that words have power. Words of gratitude and affirmations are powerful, and it is a way that it can build your self esteem, your self confidence, and your self worth. I don't think sometimes we realize how far our words can go when we just say something as simple as thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Two small words that mean so much to so many people. And it's unfortunate that we have gotten outside of telling people thank you. Nobody owes us anything. Nobody ever has to do anything for us. And when people do, we should say thank you. Now, if you don't know my story, I have been married twice. And it is a couple of things that both of my husbands say, ex-husbands say that they like about me or love about me. And one of the things is they both always say, you always would say thank you. And they both, neither one of them can stand it. They was like, you don't have to thank me. I'm your husband. That's what I'm supposed to do. Yes, but there are some husbands who don't do this. And I'm thankful that I have a husband or have husbands who did do these things. I'm thankful that I had a husband that would take my car and put gas in it and make sure that I didn't have to do it. I would never have to go out in the rain or in the cold or in the heat to have to put gas in my car. I'm thankful that you take out the trash. And while these seem like very small things, I am thankful because those are things that I didn't have to put on my plate, and those are things that I didn't have to do. Both of them knew that I love flowers. One would bring me home flowers every Friday. And I love black tulips. So he would bring me black orchids. I'm sorry, black orchids. And he would bring me black orchids. Love them. First of all, they're hard to find. So when he found someone, he made it his point. So I always would say thank you. And I would tell him, and also tell the florist thank you. He was like, why are you thanking him? I was like, I'm thanking him for just being in business because it's hard to find these flowers that I like. And you found somebody. So here you are, because you're showing a random act of kindness to me. And it's showing me how much you appreciate and love me through an act of gifts, because that is gratitude. When people give you gifts, that is gratitude. If you didn't know, but you're keeping and this was a black business, a black florist. You're keeping a business going, and not that it mattered that it was a black business, but sometimes African American business struggle sometimes, and as a florist, because the business did wind up going out of business, but you were keeping a small business going. Let me say that was keeping a small business going. So say thank you. You know that I believe we all are the CEO of our own lives, and that you cannot be a leader of anything until you're able to lead yourself. And a part of being a good leader is understanding how to appreciate people, and not just for performance, but just for who they are, and being able to say thank you to people. So as a leader of your life, and if you're a leader out here, if you're a supervisor, manager, you own a business, you know the importance of saying thank you. You know the importance of telling people that you appreciate them, because when you do, you're telling a person that I value you, I value your performance, I value the service that you bring to me, I value the presence that you have in my life. There is power in your words. So say the words. Don't be afraid to say thank you. I tell my girlfriends, thank you for the small things I do. When I tell someone I love them, that's me showing gratitude for who they are in our lives. Say the words. Let people know how you feel and what you appreciate about them. We in this holiday season again, where we're talking about being thankful and showing gratitude. When you're with your family this week and over this holiday season, use your words. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Matter of fact, write them a note, give them a card. Express how you feel. If you're not good with verbally expressing it, write the note. Now, I got a tip for my people that's in the workplace. You can do these same things. Why? What I'm talking about is about personal development. These same things can be applied in the workplace, okay? You can do random acts of kindness in the workplace. You can take your coworker to lunch. You can buy your coworker a cup of Starbucks coffee. Hey, I have even bought my coworkers that I know like cats and different things, little sticky notes that I found in the dollar store and say, hey, I found these sticky notes and I think they just reflect who you are. I was just thinking about you. No particular reason. Here you are, just to see this smile on your face. Because not just in our personal lives should we tell people thank you and how we appreciate them and show gratitude. You also should do it in the workplace. And when you are a leader in the workplace, you definitely need to be showing your people gratitude and how much you appreciate them. And not that they get a paycheck every 2 weeks, but I don't know why I'm going this direction, but not that they get a paycheck every 2 weeks, but let them know that they are appreciated because they become more productive when you show this. So we have talked about three powerful ways that you can demonstrate gratitude. Remember, I said gratitude is a skill. And whenever you have a skill set, and gratitude is a skill that contributes to our success, our happiness, our peace, and our joy, it boosts our energy. Gratitude has a lot of benefits that helps with who we become and how we show up in the world. So because it's a skill, you need to master the skill of gratitude. You need to be able to demonstrate gratitude. And these three ways are excellent ways to demonstrate gratitude within your life. And these are things that we should be demonstrating gratitude every day, not just when we're in the season of Thanksgiving, but we should be having an attitude of gratitude on a daily basis. We should be finding gratitude in everything we do. We should be finding gratitudes in the good and in the bad. If you caught Tea Talks last week, I talked about how we can be on the mountaintop one day and be in the valley the next. And there are things that we can appreciate, and be thankful for on the mountain as well as being in the valley. So again, I just want to recap random acts of kindness. During this holiday season, I'm challenging everybody to find a way to do a random act of kindness, not just for a stranger, but for people that's in your immediate circle, your family, your friends, the people that you care about and love. Show some random acts of kindness with them. Write a gratitude letter or a note. I showed you all my note back from 2013 that I'm still holding on to. Written words mean a lot, but the last one that is more powerful. Say the words. Tell people that you are thankful. Tell people that you appreciate them. Tell people that you love them. Let's not wait for people to leave. Let's do it while they're here. So I hope during this holiday season, you find some way to demonstrate more of gratitude and thanksgiving. I hope that you and your family have a safe and wonderful holiday season. You will see me back next week. We're going to be talking about something very important. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. But remember, here at Tea Talks, we believe everybody needs a little TLC. What is that? Transformational lifestyle content that helps you with becoming your best self and creating your best life. I will see you next week. I hope you were able to glean from something that I said. I hope that you took good notes, but more importantly, I hope when you show up tomorrow that you will have a grateful heart, that you will let people know that you are thankful for why they're here. You're thankful for what they have done for you. Because see, let me say this. None of us have gotten where we are by ourselves. Someone has been instrumental in getting us to whatever that next level is. And that would be a wonderful person for you to show a random act of kindness just out of the blue. Somebody that did something for you 5 years ago, 10 years ago, to write them a letter or send them a card or a note. Or more importantly, just call them and say, you know what? I want to thank you for being that mentor, for being that coach, for being that listening ear when I need it. So remember to have a great week on purpose. Demonstrate gratitude. Remember, gratitude is a skill that you must master. It contributes to your what? Your success, your happiness, your peace, and your joy. We thank you for joining us at Tea Talks with Tawan. Please join us every Monday at 8 p.m. You can find us on Facebook Live as well as YouTube. And you know what? If you don't know, go and get the notification so you can join us. Until next time.